You may have seen videos where an arborist says that it's okay to severely prune a fig tree because it will grow back just fine. That proposition will be tested in this video. Here is a neglected, out-of-control fig tree that I will be cutting back. This was taken in May of 2023, just as the leaves were emerging. This tree hasn't been pruned in at least 10 years. It has grown through the chain link fence into the neighbor's yard. Some of the branches are 2 to 3 inches in diameter. It's in a rather shady spot. It hasn't been fertilized and it doesn't get wrapped for the winter. This fig tree is in Zone 7. Here it is again at the end of February 2024. According to some experts, this was the time of year to prune a fig tree while it is still in dormancy. Here it is a few days later in early March. One expert said to cut the stems to about equal heights in order to promote even growth. Some of the stems required sawing because the diameter was nearly 3 inches. I removed the branches that were going through the fence. There are no leaf buds on the stems. The pink object in the picture is actually the neighbor's plastic flamingo. Nothing happened for 2 months. Now we're in early May 2024. Some leaves have emerged, but only in one spot. Everywhere else still looks barren. Maybe there's another bud here. Now in mid-May, the leaves that sprouted have gotten bigger. There's another couple of leaves sprouting on a thin branch. And maybe another bud on another thin branch. But those thick stems still seem like they could be dead. By late May, the first leaves are really getting big. There's leaves sprouting all over the thinner stems. And possible buds appearing on the thicker stems. This is a good sign. Now into mid-June 2024. It's really looking good. There's plenty of big leaves to provide energy to the plant. The thickest stems are still budding. This is 4 days later and the growth is phenomenal. By the end of June, it is looking pretty bushy. There are leaves everywhere. In mid-July, it's looking more like a tree. Now it's time to see if it will fruit. Still going strong at the end of July, no figs yet. Seems like the leaves got darker in early September. Hey look, there's a fig growing. Now in mid-September. The fig grew a lot and I found another one. In mid-October, the fig tree is huge again. There has been a drought this year, but it still grew. Finally, in early November 24, the fig tree is done. The figs that formed did not finish ripening. The leaves fell off by Thanksgiving. The other YouTubers were right. Fig trees can be partially pruned and they will grow back. It might have produced more and ripened fruit if it was in a sunnier spot and had more water. It will really take off and be productive in the 2025 season. I'll probably prune it a little bit again in March to keep it under control. P.S. I took some of the cuttings and stuck them in water when I did the pruning in early March. Despite all of the things I did wrong with that, they did end up forming roots and were subsequently grew a bit in pots. Next year I'll transplant these new fig trees into better locations.